All right. This is Gauntlet tabletop role playing games with the Gauntlet. Today we're doing Dungeon World with a cleric and a thief. It's always a good mix. I'm having Lady Hawk flashbacks already. Okay, so it's in the setting of the Gloom or Celtic Otherworld that I'm reefing out of my Season of Dreams game, and yeah, just got a couple of players here creating their characters. Naturally, they've thought of names already. No, they haven't. It's rare that I'll find people that think of names quickly, and I've been playing since '89.
Mine's Riasis. There we go.
Wow,
Done. You know,
jumped in.
challenge me like that. I'm going to do it.
Bring it.
My name is Darko.
Narco or Marco.
Darko.
Darko.
As in Donnie.
As in Donnie Darko, yeah.
It's one of the films I haven't seen yet. I've been told it's a '90s classic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've seen it, but I don't remember much of it. I have to say. It was weird.
Yeah. I saw it lots because it came out around that time when I was a kid, you know?
Yeah.
Where you just watch movies over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I remember I went to the cinema and what was playing? What's that stick thing? Blair Witch Project. And kids would come out of it and immediately go into the line to watch it again. And I'm just like, what the hell is that? That's bizarre.
That stick thing.
I was just thinking of the picture, but
No, I know. I just like the idea of calling that stick thing.
I never got around to seeing that one. It's
I think the novelty will have long worn off at this point, even if you haven't seen it.
Yeah.
So how do I do stat blocks in Dungeon World? Do I just choose that array into different places? 16, 15, 13, 12,
Yeah.
9, 8.
Yeah,
Okay.
you just choose what you want to put where. Some people will put their low stat in what they're going to use a lot so that they get fail XP, but then they might die from that too. So, depends how much you want to push your luck.
And HP is Constitution plus 8.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, mine is plus 6. Right.
More going on in Dungeon World then.
Yeah, there was a fair bit of stats because it's not generic fantasy like people think. It is specifically aiming to replicate the feeling of early D&D.
Yeah.
In a storyteller mode. But it's in quite a few homebrew versions of it. One of the first ones is any race can be any class. Just shuffle the moves around as you see fit. All right, so your characters are starting in the southeast in the city of Phineas. The faction is a Sapphire Throne, which is a monarchist. So it's
So the city of Phineas in the southeast, and it's run by the faction of the Sapphire Throne.
Which are monarchist, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Phineas.
Doesn't mean your characters have to be monarchist, but that's who's running the show at the minute.
I'm definitely not a monarchist. How dare you?
I had, quite a few players where it doesn't matter where you put them, whatever you say who is in charge, they're just, nope, I'm against that, and go out of their way they want to take over the country. It's like that was their 20th level goal thing. And it's like, oh man, can we not this time? But we have to. It's like, no, you don't.
Yeah. I mean, if it's if they're a good monarchy, maybe I won't overthrow them and have their heads on pikes by the end of the session, but let's see, right?
It's very Game of Thrones attitude.
I said I was teaching people how to break their own chains. Yeah.
bloody hell. All right. Yeah, X cards on the table, of course. I don't think we'll need it. We've all played with Gauntlet before.
Okay. So I think those are all my moves copied over now.
No worries.
And what are rotes? How do rotes work?
Yeah.
Is rote just a spell that doesn't? Is rote basically it's a spell that I can cast, but it doesn't count
Yeah.
towards my like spell limits sort of thing? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
It doesn't count towards your spell limit.
But it
And
still operates in the same way as
yep.
cast a spell, basically. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Interesting. Mm,
Okay, I think I've copied my moves too.
Cool bananas. So we just need bonds.
Okay. How do the bonds work? What do we do?
Basically, you just choose one person, and you might say, what's his face? Riasis is a good and faithful person. I trust him implicitly. Or you might hang on. No, you're the thief. So I'll look at the thief ones.
Okay, so I just choose one from these. I stole something from, or
Yeah. Or if you've got a cool idea, for example, there's a socialist faction as well. Maybe you two just rip them off, and they're after you.
Okay.
Then we could go with that instead. But otherwise, yeah, just pick something from the list.
I mean, I'd go with I am working on converting Darko to my faith, to the faith of Lu.
Okay.
To teach him, the teacher of people, all knowledge. And, as a thief, I feel that you are sympathetic to the idea that some knowledge is kept from the people by the crown, by the powerful, the greedy.
I'm open to ideas that I can use for my interests somehow. So if I'm listening,
Yeah.
to what you have to say. But I think I have maybe I will pair your idea with Rias's knows incriminating details about me. I think that's.
Oh yeah, I like that. I'm going to phrase mine as I'm working on teaching Darko the importance of knowledge and how it must be free.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, with the knows incriminating details, it doesn't mean he's threatened you. It just means he caught you. He might be fine with it, but there may be a part of you thinking, hang on, I'm going to be nice to this guy because he could rat me out and then I'm screwed. It's up to you two, sort of how you want to. It could mean you want to get him into a dodgy situation, so you've got some leverage on here. You're always trying to corrupt him or take him to a brothel or whatever.
Right. Okay. So let's see.
So I'm just laughing at anonymous lemur and anonymous python. We've all gone very Madagascar.
There's a weight, right? Is that right? So max is base plus strength. Okay.
Yep.
Oof! I made myself quite strong.
Yeah.
15 plus
16 wisdom on a thief. Damn.
We're both very wise.
Yeah.
But I'm very slow and not particularly charismatic. Yeah. I'm very strong as well.
Yeah. I'm not as strong, but I'm counting on your strength.
Okay.
Okay.
So So, Will, you just need you to look for your
Yeah.
character.
Does that have suggestions on here like it normally does?
It should do.
Yeah, there we go. Well, I'm a fox person, of course, being a Viveri. And I have. I thought yours said shitty eyes then for a second, Darko.
That would be a good idea. Yeah, I just picked from the list from the characters.
yeah.
But I'm kind of going for a scruffy, not very presentable person.
Yeah, mine's man of the people, Viveri with strange hair. Like I think the fur is styled in a very modern sense because the Gloom is interacts with the real world as well, doesn't it? So
Yeah, but for the purposes of this game, we'd just be in the Gloom. You're not gonna.
oh yeah, we won't ever go out, but like I
To-
can incorporate parts of that, like like I have my hair done in a hipster cut or something, right? Like
Yeah.
so I just need to choose my armament. I guess I'll go for a warhammer, the hammer of the people, the people's hammer.
It's got reason written on it because if they won't listen to you, they can listen to reason.
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. I think I've done everything but choose spell. I've made a little space for spells at the bottom of my character keeper.
Jolly good. All right, let's rock and roll.
All right.
Here's my thing. Not me. Okay, so don't need that.
Should I choose a spell to start with before we go, or?
No, I'm not that fast. You can.
Yeah, so I can just like have one spell slot open until I decide to turn it into one of those things, and then I'm committed to it as per the move. Does that work? You know what I mean? Like I don't have to I don't have to pre-choose it until I've chosen it, and then I have
that's
to.
fine.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
All right. So you know each other. You've travelled a bit together or whatever. Have you caused trouble in this place before? In other words, am I rolling on outstanding warrants, or should we start with a more regular adventure start? In other words, how dodgy are you guys?
I mean, what is the rule of the Sapphire Throne like in who is the monarch here like?
Well, it's do what the monarchy says sort of thing. Half of them are fairies, so they're a bit capricious.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't have like slaves or anything. They're not.
They're capricious, so they're good and they're bad, and they're up and they're down. They
but
can be
they're
very
not-
generous and very miserly and cruel at the same time. Okay. Then let's, unless Darko wants to be have an outstanding warrant for their arrest.
Well, not necessarily.
No, then
that's fine.
let's start off with the thing.
Yeah, but we can choose whatever you want. I'm fine.
Okay. So.
We've definitely did some shady stuff, but I don't know if we are
Got caught.
got caught yet, or we will play here how it happened.
Okay. Okay. So. Darko hears around town there's people being attacked at night, and there's a reward from a baroness for assistance or information about what's going on.
This is what I hear, right?
Yeah, you've heard from a few people around town about that one.
Okay. And can you repeat once more, please? I'm sorry.
Sorry. Yep. So you've heard from rumours around town. The people are getting attacked at night time.
Right.
And there's a reward for assistance or information from the Baroness.
Okay. Assistance or information. Okay, so when I hear this, I immediately go to Rhesus because he's. This is an opportunity to get some, money or prestige in this place, or leverage to do other stuff, other shady stuff. So
We'll say
yeah,
it's autumn or fall, and it's 7 o'clock in the evening. What do we find Rhesus doing?
Rhesus is down at the food lines for the indentured workers, not the indentured workers because we've not got that. For the workers here in the city, the ones who are too poor to afford lodgings of their own, and the poor houses of this place, and he is teaching them ways of educating themselves, how to learn and improve their lot in life. And
So he's doing like a cooking seminar, or
yeah, why not? Tonight he's teaching you how to make. He's teaching people how to make. He teaches them everything. For that is the will of Lou, is to teach people how to make much of life. And the first step is to make your own life one worth living with tasty food.
okay.
Darko, come on in. Let us have some food. I never showed you how to make a 5-egg omelet.
I
Feed a
never say no
family.
to food. I never say no to food, especially from you. You are a great cook.
Yes, and your tongue is more silver than your daggers, my friend. Now, what is it that you wish
As if it was possible. I wish to inform you that there are some rumors that there has been some attacks around the city at night, and this is a possibility for us to. If we find out something about this, some information, then maybe we can move up in the pecking order. And
Yes, and help others move up in the pecking order as well. That is the best. One must, when
If
one
we
climbs a
must.
stair, one must pull your brothers and sisters up with you, rather
Of
than
course, if you
destroy the
say
ladder.
so, we can do that as well.
Yes. Now, I will ask around my the people of Phineas.
Yep.
To find out what they know of these attacks. For surely, as with all injustice, it must fall upon the weakest. Oops. Is there a move for that?
Yeah, I'm just having a look. Because it's not really parley. You don't have leverage or anything. Well,
It could be. Would it be spout law? Is that what it's called these
no,
days? Or is that just like me describing it?
no, yeah, that's you. No, you do have leverage. You're teaching them stuff, so they do feel like they owe you, or they've got some, loyalty to you, or whatever. So yeah, you can just talk to the people there.
I mean, I imagine anybody but the person doing the attacking probably the leverage is.
Yeah,
Probably, I don't want to get attacked, right? Like maybe, tell me what I want to know so that you don't die.
Oh crap! I didn't put a dice roller up. That's what I forgot.
No worries.
Where? I've got everything in my friggin' thing except a dice roller. I'm sure I had one before. Roll for your party. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Here we go. Yeah.
All right.
I haven't sorted dice or anything, but yeah. So roll plus charisma.
Okay. Briefly steady Ocelot.
It's a
No, I'm not
90s
very
song.
good at charisma.
One of Savage Garden's less successful hits.
That is Snake Eyes. I think. It didn't actually change, so let me.
Yeah, I might.
There we go. It's changed now. That's 6. It's just 6, unfortunately, because I do not have a plus in charisma.
6 winning. No, that's a terrible tragedy. Okay. Yeah, a few people have heard screams at night or fighting, but no one saw anything. They all got the hell out of Dodge whenever that happened. So while they can confirm there's been some bad stuff happening, they can't give you sort of useful information to go on.
I must turn. Perhaps I should turn to Lu and petition my deity according to the precept of my religion, doling out justice, where I'll be granted useful knowledge or a boon related to my deity's domain.
Yeah, I mean, you could talk to the city guard. You could pray to the gods. You could go and talk to the Baroness. Maybe they have some leads to sort of start with. Or
What do you
could
think we
just
should do, Darko?
get up somewhere high and, watch out, stake out the area and see if you see anyone shifty.
Maybe I maybe want to, if I can, find some victims of these attacks. If we can find someone who has been attacked and talk to them.
So you're going to go out the street asking people, or?
Yeah, I just go, around the people that Rias is handling and trying to find more.
Discern realities. That was the move I should have done. Where I have a whopping. Well, it's a wisdom when you closely study a situation or person, and I would have, I would have had a bonus to that rather than charisma.
It still sounds like you're doing Parley as well. Darko, so yep, roll plus charisma.
Okay, just a second. Let's see how I do this. 26. Okay, so I rolled a 6 and my charisma is 0, so that's another 6.
No.
Unfortunately.
Okay. See, if this was a TV series.
I aid or interfere and roll plus bond, and I have one bond with them, I believe.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I'll just say you help and you talk to a few people, but because neither of you are being subtle, if anyone was watching or whatever, they'd know you guys are asking, but that's fine. Okay. Yes, it's been in my bloody notes. Yeah, it looks like some human thugs have been targeting satyr and tree spirits or dryads in town at night time. It's been in the last week. It's not, been happening forever.
Okay.
While you're out, some guys in robes come up to Riasis. What order are they? Yeah, so they've got, I don't know, green robes. No, not green. Shit. Purple. We've got purple robes. And they say, "Oh, where's your cousin? He been looking for him. He owes us a lot of money."
If I knew where my cousin was, I would tell you, my friends, but I do not. I simply know the good word of Lu. Besides, if he owes you money, if Croesus owes you money, then Croesus will pay you money. I am sure he is a good man.
Well, whenever we go looking for him, he's been avoiding us, so we're not so sure about that. But if you see him, you let him know.
Of course, I will share all knowledge, including knowledge of one's debts.
Hang on, Darko's a human, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yep. Cool. All right, that's right.
And just so that I know, Croesus sometimes owes money to several people. You are?
Callum.
Callum. I like your robes, Callum.
He just sort of sneers at you and they head off. If they weren't wearing robes, you would think they're thugs. They've just got that
Are they human?
Yes.
I'd like to discern realities, please.
Oh, okay.
I'd like to study them as they go. Look them over with the eye of a trained priest of Lu.
Well, you can teach them some woodworking. You can no. All right. Roll.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! We haven't rolled one success yet.
Snake eyes again, right?
I mean, Lu, not Jesus Christ. Lu.
Okay. Yeah.
That's a miss. Yeah.
Yeah. They've either done some hard work or they've done a few fights because they look like they can carry themselves. They've got a reasonable amount of muscle on them. Other than that, you can't. Yeah, tell a lot.
Okay.
You have rolled quite a few failures, so I might just.
I've rolled loads of my game of maths last night. 3 characters leveled up, and one of them leveled up twice.
Was it? Oh yeah, Sabine ran Star Wars PBTA for me, and I got 5 failures in a row.
Yeah.
Oh wow! I'm like, please take off a limb or something. Just go for it. Okay. I'm just gonna. Yeah, I think with that many failures, I'm gonna have to. It normally would be a bit contrived in the plot, but it just. Yeah, I'm gonna have to because that's the way the rules go. Okay. You sort of go down an alley, go to looking for more people to talk to, and there's 2 guys in cloaks with cudgels headed towards you, and you quickly glance the other way, and there's another guy with the same.
I think what happened was I was following Callum, suspicious of him and his friends, and I walked down an alleyway, and they walked down another alleyway, and then these 2 guys with clubs come out.
Yep. And it's sort of an intersection, and there's another one person. So there's 3 thugs approaching you, group of 2, and one on his own from another direction. Darko, what are you doing?
Oh, am I there somewhere? They are all approaching us, right?
Yeah, you're kind of at an intersection, and there's
Okay.
the guys in robes are just heading away, but there's lots of thugs headed towards you.
Okay. And Rhesus is there too, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I whispered to Rhesus, there seems to be more people wanting to talk to us about.
It's a fairly crowded alley. It's dark. Yeah. There are buildings and like steps and stuff you can climb up if you want to.
Okay, I let them know that I've seen them approaching me. Yeah, so I turned to the guy who was in my blind spot and waved at him.
All right, so you're giving a confident.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm putting on my best smile, just to and then with this grin, I whispered to Rhesus, "What do we do?" We try to maybe we try to move a little bit away from them as we are. Eye contact with them.
There is a side alley you can back down if you want them to all come at you from one direction.
Yeah. Yes. Just try to find a way, escape route.
Yeah, you grab the back of my my robe and pull me back into the alleyway as I turn and start spreading the good word of Lu to these people. Yeah, all right. It's one of those things. Friends, what is? You may pass by. We will find another way to our destination.
No, not from you. Okay, so don't remember who's who. Okay, 2 of the thugs are gonna try and smack Rhesus in the face with cudgels. Darko, are you going to do anything? You can attack them. You could chuck Rhesus to the ground. You could dive in the way. You could flee.
No, I don't want to flee. I just want to maybe try to pull Rhesus, so that we can escape before it happens. Maybe.
It sounds like you're defending him.
Yeah. in a way. I don't want to attack them yet.
Yep,
Maybe because I'm just looking to find maybe a better position. But yeah.
All right, roll plus
I'm
con.
trying to defend it. Yes, okay. Roll plus con. Okay. That's 4.
4.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
No successes yet, right?
Okay.
Con is -1.
All right, so I think
but if I pull Rias behind me,
so you go to do that and you get hit, I think.
Yeah, of course.
It's a kind of logical thing. So you both get hit. Just roll 1. Yep. You both take 1 point of damage minus any armor you have.
Okay,
It's fine. I block it with my shield.
Yep. Yes, it's your go.
I dislike that, so I'm going to smack one of them in the face with my warhammer.
Oh, okay.
And I say, Lou teaches us all things, including what to do when someone attacks you. And I get my first +10, or the first hit of the night even.
Wow.
I get 10+. I deal damage to the enemy and avoid their attack. So I do a mere 2 points of damage to them.
Yeah. That's all right. He's probably in the face.
Yeah. I think like the hand, right? Like he reached out with that club or whatever, right? It bounces off the shield and I smack him back, like catching his arm. And stand before Darko.
All right. So the one, no, there isn't one behind you because you went down the alley. So that's all right. So the third one. All right. So the one at the back is putting some poison on a blade, but he's not actually attacking right now. The other two look like they're going to come in with clubs. Darko, what are you doing?
Is there like somewhere I can climb on the
yeah, there's like debris and stuff in the side of the alley you could step on or take cover behind, or there's probably a ladder going up to a roof.
Yeah, maybe I will want to step on the debris and just jump up to the roof or grab a All
right, trying to get away. Yep.
Trying to get a better position. Maybe.
Sounds like defy danger dex.
Defy danger dex, and my dex is 1.
Okay.
I rolled 10. 9 + 1 is 10.
All right, bang, you're up there. All right. Yes, what are you doing?
I'm going to cast a spell.
All right.
I'm going to cast the spell Frighten. Cause fear. Choose an intelligent target I can see and a nearby object. The object is going to be my hammer. And the target is going to be the guy with the poison on his blade.
Okay, so you're going to make him run, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
2d6 plus wisdom.
Yep.
That is an 11. So I cast the spell, and it's not revoked, so I may cast it again if I choose to do so.
He kind of stops putting the stuff on his blade. He sort of looks at his friend's face. He looks at your hammer, and he's like, "Nah, not this." He just runs for it.
And I look at the two thugs with the clubs who probably turn around and go, "What the fuck?" And then I go like, "Aha! Even odds is not so tempting, is it now, gent?" Where did Darko? Oh shit!
Yeah, he would probably have their attention. So, Darko, did you want to do something while you're up there?
Yeah, I do.
Dive off the top ring with the elbow.
Yeah, maybe I want to jump on because I imagine this roof is not very high. So I will jump on one of the thugs, and try to knock him out or something like overbear him.
Yeah, it's attack and slash.
Yeah.
Okay. Situational +1 because you're above him and he's not expecting it.
Attack and slash is strength, right? Okay.
Yep.
So that's 8 + 1, 9.
Alright, so you deal damage to. So I'll probably just say you take 2 points of damage. So you didn't land it as sort of safely as you could have, but you did smack him to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the one with the smashed face is trying to drag the one on the ground away. It's like, come on, let's go.
Okay.
Are
So
you
I
gonna-
take 2 points of damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I take off the armor, minus the armor, right? Or
Yeah.
or is it just because maybe the armor doesn't work, it will just fall from the...
No, you can take off the armor in this case. That's all right.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So are you guys gonna let them go, or are you gonna try and get them while they're trying to get away, or?
Well, I'm for trying to catch at least one of them. Or
Yeah.
or Urias' thing, we can just let them go if you just want them away from us. I don't know what they're...
We could follow them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah. As they go running off down the alleyway, I pull Darko up onto his feet, and I say, "Now is our chance, Darko. You follow them discreetly, and I will be just behind you."
Okay, thank you, friend, for helping.
As I look down in my chainmail and shield, like clearly not able to discreetly follow anybody.
Okay, so I try to put some good distance between me and the thugs, but so that I can see them and try to follow them as inconspicuously as possible.
Maybe like do the Assassin's Creed, like as they run off around the corner, you climb up that wall and
and just cartwheel around
because no one looks up.
I mean, there is some truth in that. The amount of times you see places that just don't bother having curtains on the second story, and people and it's like, really? Okay. All right, so you're following them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to make you roll because you guys have been rolling shit out. So I'll just say that's fine. You followed people before. You can follow them. You know what you're doing. You can Assassin's Creed from roof to roof.
I do. I occasionally stop to just wave a reassist so that he doesn't lose me.
Yep. Check that your wrist blades are there and your cow's up, and yeah. Okay. You. Okay, looks like they meet up with a couple of other thugs. This would probably be like 10 at night now. They're Looks like they're threatening a couple of Viveri for money. Yeah, so it's an attempted mugging at this point. You can just watch, or you can interfere, or whatever. It's up to you. So you're looking down. You can see this happening in an alley. You can see Rius coming from the other direction.
Okay. So I jump down to close to Rius and.
Or you could just let him wander into them.
I pointed. There. Are these the thugs that we are looking?
Yeah, so you followed some and they met up with some other ones.
Yeah,
so there's 4 thugs.
Okay. And they are dressed in a certain manner? Or?
Yeah, they've got brown cloaks and either cudgels or daggers. They're threatening 2 Viveru.
Threatening to Riveru.
Yeah, these are your people, Rius. Do you want?
Well, I mean, I think you see it, Darko. What do? I'm still coming around, like jogging around the corner.
Yeah, he hasn't seen it yet. So you can.
Okay. So yeah, I will wait for Rius and I'm not gonna put myself in danger alone.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
But when he approaches, I will say this. I will say the Vivero are attacked and they are your people. So maybe you decide if you want to help them or just.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, if Darko's not the guy who jumps in to help people who are getting mugged down an alleyway, then as soon as I guess I come, I see you, you wave me up onto your perch, and I awkwardly climb up like the back of it, get to the top, and you go, see to this area, and I'm like,
yeah. So
scramble down the thing.
They're saying, come on, give us your money, and they shove one of them to the ground. So hand it over, or you won't see the morning and that sort of shit.
Cool.
I would like to maybe. Sorry, is there someone who is in charge among the thugs? Do we recognize someone who is a leader, for example?
Yeah, one of them's talking more than the others. It's not one of the ones you followed. It's one of the other 2.
So, Rius says, unless you are feeling very noble and brave to help your kind, maybe because there's a lot of them.
How many of them are there?
There's 4, but one of them does have a bashed-in face.
So that's not too much.
Well, you've also got bow and arrow in your repair.
Yeah. But
I think. Are you saying that we let this go by and then just follow the leader afterwards?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, follow the leader and maybe we find out who they are and what do they want.
Yes, we will follow the leader and we will make reparations to these people afterwards, as long as no one gets really hurt.
Yeah, if someone, maybe we watch the scene for a while, and if the Vivero are not, if they're not killing them.
So they get the money, they bash one of them to the ground, and then they go to leave.
Okay. Yeah, so we follow the leader. If we take the leader out, then we maybe take out the whole organization. Or maybe they lead us to someone who is higher up the ranking in their organization.
Okay. So you're doing the rooftop following thing?
Yeah. I'm still jumping through the rooftop. I don't know, Rius, if you want to go with me.
Yeah, slower.
Yeah.
Again, much slower than you behind. I see like your flowing cape or cloak or whatever as you leap gracefully, and I'm like huffing and puffing over different different things.
Okay. I try to
just
leap
adjust
up so
mine.
that people can see me. But I try to keep up with the leader, and also I'm checking if Riasis is behind me so that I don't.
Yep. I'll just get you to defy danger Dex.
Okay. That's 12.
Smashed it in. You are the knight. You are vengeance. All right. So you're doing that really well. All right. So you see them go into. What does it look like? Looks like an old cabin. It looks like they sort of go in a side entrance. The front door's been boarded over.
All 4 of them?
No, just 2 of them. The 2 you guys initially encountered, the new guy sort of says, look, go out and do what you need to do. Stop wasting our time. So they get sent out again. So there's just 2 there.
Okay. So I wait for Riasis again and explain that they went inside that house over there, and they went in at the side entrance, and maybe we can go down and see what's happening inside. So we try to find some way to look inside, maybe a window or an opening.
You are a professional, I understand, Darko.
Yeah. You're good with words, and I'm good with.
Not very good with words.
I'm good with silence. Okay, so I jump down the roof and I sneak around the house, try to find a shady place from which I can see maybe inside.
Wait, it's midnight, so there's cover. There's not windows as such, but there's shutters.
Okay. I'm also trying to listen in, not just look. Maybe just if I can put my ear, if a window is closed and there are shutters, maybe I just listen.
You can't hear anyone talking. It does sound like there's people moving around, possibly moving furniture or something.
Okay. That's strange. I wave to Riasis so that he can come closer, because if they're making noise, then they won't hear us. So I try to find a way to look inside. Maybe just sneak close to the door where they came in and just open it a little bit to have a look.
Do you have a move for that or anything?
I don't know.
Discern realities?
I was just wondering if you had an actual thief move for.
I think they're all to do with traps and fighting and stuff.
Yeah. So maybe just defy danger, perhaps. I'm not sure.
Yeah, there is a trap on the door.
Okay.
Yeah, there's like there's a tripwire. But you'll have to spend a bit of time having a look to figure it out.
Okay, so I have this move, Trap Expert. When you spend a moment to survey a dangerous area, roll plus Dex. So I do this, right?
Yeah, go for it. Or you could just deliberately set it off from a distance and see what happens.
I'll try that next time. So I rolled a 8.
All right.
So 7 to 9 hold 1, and
Well, you don't need the. You know, there's a tripwire there and a trap, so you don't really need the first question.
Okay, so what does the trap do when activated? That's what
Yeah.
My question, I guess.
you think it goes further in and it shoots something out at whoever's in front of it.
Okay. So maybe I can try to disable it, right? When you pick up locks or disable traps, roll plus dex. Again. Shall I roll? Yeah.
Yep, yeah, go for it.
Okay, this is I rolled an 11, so I hit.
Oh, piece of cake. He's a professional. Now the good rolls are coming in. All right.
At the right time. Okay, so I, just, do my thing around the door and I make a little click, but not a real sound. And I slowly open the door when the trap is disabled.
Yep. In the background is a dun 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 dun. All right.
And have a look inside.
You've disarmed the trap. I'm presuming Riasis is sort of keeping lookout out the back, but yeah, no one else is around. It's quiet.
If there is some kind of an arrow or a dart, maybe I can just take it and keep it as a souvenir.
There's a poison dart.
Okay.
That would have shot out of a tube, but yeah, you stop that from happening.
I show it to Riasis and don't touch this stick because it's.
Don't touch that. Okay.
Okay. So maybe we can, both have a look inside.
All right, let's have a look inside. It looks like a cabin that hasn't been used much. The furniture's obviously been moved around. It looks like there's a trapdoor going down to some sort of cellar, but they haven't bothered covering it back up. They just armed the trap after they came in.
Well then, we must, follow adventure basically down into the down in now. Clearly, this is bigger than any mere group of thugs if they have underground passages and such.
No, it might just be a cellar. You don't know.
Hey, if it's just a cellar, then we go back up that ladder and set fire to it.
Yeah. Unless there's some good wine in the cellar, then we take the wine.
Yes.
Okay. So we go inside and check out the cellar. If there's no one else in the room.
Yeah. I'll actually go down to the cellar. It's just a small sort of entranceway, and there's a small corridor with the two doors left and right.
I cast a spell. Guidance.
Okay. Okay.
Another 10 plus. And so the symbol of my deity appears before me and gestures towards the direction or course of action your deity would have you take, and then disappears. Which I guess is a hammer and chisel for Lou, the teacher of people's symbol, is the tools first used to pass wisdom down throughout the ages.
It kind of depends on what your intent is, or how you perceive your god. Is your god, because are you like a crusader of your god, or are you more,
a teacher a teacher is a crusader against ignorance. And I have taken the particular presets of that Riasis values as is enlightenment and doling out justice.
Okay. The hammer points to the left then.
I have my own hammer. and or in fact, maybe like I simply like hold my hammer out and it gestures towards it. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I nod at Darko.
Lead the way, my friend.
Yeah, I've ready my shield, and I'm just going to storm in there.
Okay, I ready my dagger, but I just,
Yeah, you slink behind, yeah. Yeah, so I storm into the room.
Okay. There's 2 light sleeping pallets, and there's thugs are asleep there.
Different thugs than the ones you saw enter?
No, same 2.
Okay. I look about me. Do I see any of their stolen goods or their weapons or anything like that?
Yeah, their clubs or cudgels are on the ground. Their cloaks are in the corner. It's only been about 20 minutes, so yeah, they've just sort of nodded off to sleep.
Okay. I pick up their clubs, and I nod to Darko, to the one who seemed to be the leader, and I say, "A man learns to talk quickly with a knife to his throat."
Point taken. And I kneel beside him and I put the knife slowly to his throat and just push it a little bit more so that he feels it, without actually, slitting his throat.
Yeah.
You go, okay, and I just stab him right in the throat. And it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
All right. And so you're working him up with your hand over his mouth or something, or?
Yeah, I put the knife on him and on his throat, and I put the other hand maybe on his mouth. And when he wakes up, I show him the no talking.
Yeah, this isn't parlay. This is just All right. What are you saying?
Is he awake?
Yeah, well, he is now.
Okay. So you don't talk unless we ask you a question, and when you talk silently. Okay.
Quietly, I think.
Quietly, right?
Yeah.
All right. He sort of looks at you, looks at him, and nods.
Okay. And we wanted to ask you, Rheasus, what do we want to ask you?
Who is behind these attacks on the satyrs, and why attack these people?
Well, the monarchy weak. We're showing them how weak it is. We will unite the people and with a show of strength.
By preying upon the people.
That's just an example. Once we gain control, we'll unite the people and make a strong nation. This nation is falling apart as it is.
Here is the lesson of Lou. You cannot build a paradise on the bones of your fellow man.
Did you hear that, punk?
And you know what? I'm just gonna fucking. Well, I don't know what to do here, really. Other than just murder them, basically.
I asked the guy, "Are you the leader?" Or is there someone higher up? Is there someone who is behind you, who's ordering you?
Any good question. I'm going to quickly go to the toilet.
Yeah. Should we take a 5-minute break?
Yeah. 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, I'm here.
No worries.
Yeah, so I guess is he the leader? Are there more people involved? Is it a bigger thing than just them?
Okay. He's like, so both of you. Well, Christ, what's his name? Rheasus notices that the other one sleeping is your cousin. But both of you notice this one that you were threatening, this kind of green slime starts coming out of his nose and ears, like really quickly.
Green slime.
So the other one who's asleep, who I
That's your
presume
cousin.
we couldn't see because of the robes that he was actually a what's he called? A Riveru, yeah. Croesus.
Yep.
Yeah. I will let out a shout as this green ooze falls out and jostle and kick my cousin in the ribs and go, Croesus, you fool! Wake up! We are in danger.
Darko, what are you doing?
I'm trying to figure out what's happening to the thug with the green ooze. Is he like a poisoned or?
No, it looks like it's pouring out and sort of forming into a blob.
Oh, okay, so it's something, some monster.
Yeah, it's not just a little bit coming out. Quite a bit is coming out and started forming into a blobby shape thing.
Okay, and how is the guy reacting? Is he like in pain or?
It kind of looks like he's screaming, but you can't hear anything because the slime's coming out of his mouth. So doesn't appear very happy.
Okay, so I back up a little bit and try to just stab I try to stab the blob with a dagger. Try to cut it.
Go for it. Hack and slash with strength.
Okay. How's my strength? 0. It's 4.
I mean, there is a blanket if you want to try and wrap the blanket over the blob or whatever and duck out the door. I don't know. It's up to you.
I rolled a 4, so it doesn't really matter. But
all right, so
I just kind of panicked because I wasn't expecting it, and then I just try to what's happening? Do this with a dagger while backing up.
All right, so your dagger's kind of stuck in the goo. You can shove your hand in to try and get it, but it was tingling. There's definitely an acidic quality to it.
Don't want to do that.
Riasis, what are you doing? Your cousin is waking up, sort of. I think you're muted.
Oh yeah, we can't hear you.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Can I spout law as I attempt to search the teachings of Lou on what this creature could be?
Go for it.
That is an 8.
Aww.
So I get to ask you one question from the list. No, I don't. That's for 79. I tell you only something interesting. I'm only on me to make it useful.
They don't like fire because they're from subterranean realms where everything's cold.
So I recognize this as a creature of subterranean origin. Yeah. Okay. I wildly look around me for. We are underground, and there appears to be some form of light, right? So there must.
Yeah, there'd be a candle on like a little bedside table thing.
A tiny candle. I grab it. Back.
Come caroling with me. No.
Yeah, exactly. Like Wee Willie Winky against the Wolfman.
Roddy. It does move away from the candle, but it is quite large. And where it's touching like the bed and the guy, it's obviously eating away at stuff. So there's definitely a real acidic quality to it.
Yeah, I yell to Croesus, as I, up, we must flee.
He's fine with that. He's going out the door. Darko, what are you doing?
Is the thug conscious, or is it like, is the goo detached from the thug?
Yeah, he's probably going to die. He's in that much pain and that much slime has come out of him. He's a bit far gone, I'm afraid.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm panicking. I just want to escape as well.
All right, that's fine. You can escape.
Get away as far as possible.
Because he's covering your retreat with the mighty candle.
I'm like, as Lou is my light, holding it before me like tiny flickering flame.
Yeah.
It's a little tea candle.
Be careful so that it doesn't.
Yeah.
If you wave too hard with it, then it will, extinguish it. So yeah, we're backing up, right? So what?
I'll get Will to do defy danger decks to get out of there.
Yeah. You can go because I'm covering you, but I'll have to do it because I'm holding the candle. And yeah, so let me do a roll. I think it is a dex to move quickly as opposed to think quickly here. That is a... Oh, it would be a 7, but it's only a 6 because of my -1 in dexterity. So I think I'm holding that candle, right, and I'm backing out, and it's hissing away, and I.
But it's kind of oozed along the floor, so your boots are pretty much wrecked. Like you still got your feet, but the bottom half of your boots are gone.
Yeah, well, I was going to say as I hold it out, there's a gust of wind as the trapdoor opens up above, and then it plunges into darkness. Suddenly feel my boots fizzle.
Yep. All right, so you guys get out of it. You go up the stairs. You gonna shut the trapdoor, or just run out, or what are you doing?
I look around me for flammable materials.
Well, there's wooden furniture. There's some curtains, like a couch.
Any alcohol? Strong alcohol?
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Quickly, and I start, bundling it up, soaking it with fuel, and then grabbing one of the whatever source of fire there is in here. It not being D&D, I don't have the magical ability to immediately create fire with my hands. Yeah.
Does either of you have, what do you call it, adventuring gear?
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Yeah,
you can just use one of them. So you've got flint and steel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because there's none in the top cabin, so that's fine. You've got some out of your pack. Pull it out, do that. Light it up.
We can shut the trapdoor and put some heavy furniture on it so that it doesn't go away until we make some Molotov cocktails.
I feel like we're rapidly doing it while it's oozing its way up, right? And then quickly assemble a Molotov cocktail, and
while he's doing it, I shut the door and put a heavy chair on it, and it's still, but the ooze is pushing up the chair, so I sit on the chair to make it heavier.
Being the respectable sort of chap that he is, your cousin's pissed off. It's just
still owes me five crowns.
All right.
And with said Molotov cocktail, I will. I'm wondering if this is maybe that Darko now has to, open up the trapdoor while I throw it in. So
on the 3.
Yes, yeah.
And then I just I start counting, 1, 2, 3 now, and I open up the door for just a little bit.
I'll presume you're assisting him. I won't get you to roll for that, but you will be affected if he fails. So
okay.
Sure.
It's volley, really. So roll plus dex.
Okay. Me, I guess.
Whoever's throwing. Yeah.
Okay. Completely nerfed, taking the bad the bad stat block option for this. But you are aiding me, so
Yes,
we
I
can
am.
turn this into a success. I'm one off a success. So if you help or hinder someone, roll with
Okay.
bond.
So I roll with bond, right?
Oh,
If
you were
I-
helping,
Yeah.
move the stuff out of the way. You don't have to roll. I presume you're helping. So, yep, that's fine. So 7.
Yeah.
7.
But you lose the stuff. So,
Yeah, I do my damage and I choose one of the following. I have to move to get to the shot, placing myself in danger, I think. I have to get like up close because it's like a vertical drop, right? And I'm trying to aim it down. So like I can't be stood on the other side of the room. I'm like stood right over that trapdoor, throwing it down. Within reach of a pseudopod, perhaps, or my own explosive backdraft because it turns out that actually down there was filled with fumes from this distillery that was in the other room or whatever.
yeah. So I'll say, it goes off. There's 5 things, and you take 3 points of fire damage. Armor doesn't help.
Okay.
We both take fire damage?
No, just him. Because he put himself in danger as part of that. And,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
You would have felt the heat wash over you, though.
Stagger back, rolling on fire. I think blown backwards, right? Like overly dramatically for a bottle of schnapps that we've just set on fire.
Okay.
Okay. I try to shut the trap door again, so that the monster doesn't come
Yep,
out.
that's fine. You can do that. All right. Are you just going to stay there, or are you going to leg it back to your own cabin, or what do you think you'll do now?
We must find out what that was. Was it controlling him? Or
Yeah.
is it dead? Have we killed it?
I'm not sure. Shall we try again?
Well,
So you're gonna wait a bit, or
wait, listen, and then slowly open that trapdoor and see if what's beneath,
Yeah, I'm trying to listen to see what if something is moving downstairs or before
well, you probably hear something burning, something thrashing around, not really screaming, sort of noise and something big smacking up against stuff. A fair bit of smoke would come out, and then it's all quiet.
Okay. Maybe it's dead. We did well to put it on fire. So I try to open slowly the hatch.
Yep. Fair bit of smoke comes out.
Yeah.
I will clamber down in there with my shield and my night vision.
All
right. Looking to see if I see any sign of the creature or its remains.
There's kind of, I guess, it'd be a bit like napalm. There's sort of hot, sticky stuff on the walls has been badly burnt, and the floor and ceiling, and yeah.
Oh, I like that. It's like still burning where bits of it have like melted off it. That's still burning, like little puddles of it around. Yeah. So it's been driven off effectively from where we. Yeah.
There's a fair bit of it, so you'd say you killed it because it's
Yeah. I go and is it so we killed it, sorry. Like we Yeah, cool. Because it's like it's all collapsed. I look in the other room.
Well, the door's badly burnt, so it's not really secure. You can just open the door. There's a chest in there.
And I yell out, I think we got it, Darko, but there is a chest. There is something here. Do you take a look whilst I check on the whatever that was, whatever on the man we followed.
Okay.
So, above the chest is a portrait on the wall, and it's like a lakeside, geographical picture or painting, but the water's green. like a fluorescent green instead of the usual blue tones with the reflection of the clouds and the usual bullshit. It's solid green.
So a lake house with a green lake. Is that
Do we
right?
recognize the
Yep.
landscape?
Yep.
Is that a
Is it a
spout law,
familiar place?
perhaps?
Do we know? Yeah.
I don't know, Darko. Let's say it is. Where have you seen this before, or have you been there, or dreamt about it?
Well, that's a good question.
You can think about that for a bit. The chest is locked.
Is there a trap on the chest?
No, but it is locked.
Okay. So I say it out loud. I think I've seen this lake somewhere, but I don't remember exactly where.
You can always take the picture with you.
Yeah, and get my lockpicks or whatever. What do I do? Tricks of the trade is my move. When you pick locks, roll plus dex. I will try to do this.
Yep, roll plus dex.
And I rolled an 8. Which means...
offer you two options between suspicion, danger, or cost.
So I choose 2 complications, right?
No, I do.
Okay.
Suspicion. How the hell would you get suspicion out of it?
I can think of a way you could get suspicion out of it.
Shoot.
The town guards are waiting for us upstairs.
Oh, okay. So it's not. There's something suspicious in the chest. It's just a narrative suspicious element.
We're under suspicion. Yeah, because that's what I feel. That's what that movie is saying. Like when you steal, when you use your tricks of the trade, your complication is that you're under suspicion, right? Like someone can tell that you've stolen something or whatever.
Yeah.
So
in
this
stolen
case,
goods or something in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll say there is actually a trap inside, but it's set up exactly the same as the previous one, so that's fine. You get that. You can disable that, and I'll just make a note here.
So I can disable the trap. I roll to disable it? Yeah, okay.
No, that's fine. I just say you do it.
Okay. Okay, so if everything is done, I slowly open the chest to see what's inside.
Okay, there's 10 rubies, valued at 50 crowns each. There's a sardonyx ring. And there's a dagger, which you would think is made by goblins because it's got that sort of craft work in its small hands.
What was that, a sardonyx ring?
Yeah.
As in like a sarcastic person's ring? A sardonic ring?
I can't pronounce the bloody thing. It's a big black gem.
Okay. Oh, so it's a type. The type of stone is sardonyx.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, what's happened to the? I am currently occupied, right? So Darko is free to this treasure chest, whatever his conscience and morality dictates. Frankly, I'm in the other room, checking on the guy who this goo came out of.
Okay, so I'm pretty well. Yeah, I slipped the dagger in my somewhere, hide it somewhere in my boot or something, and I put the ring on my finger.
Okay.
I'm not going to hide it. I just say that I found it, and then
you found 8 rubies, keeping 2 for yourself. So we have 4 each.
Yeah. I'm honest with the rubies. I just,
Yeah,
the other stuff is that it's more important to me. But I shouted. I remember where I saw the lake from the picture, from the painting.
Yep.
It's a lake that is sitting in front of the Baroness's summer house. I was scouting it out a couple of days ago because I was looking for ways to get in and make a steal, some burglary. But it was too difficult. There were too many guards, so I just
Case in the joint. Nice.
yeah. But I remember it. It's
Were
a
the
place
waters
close to the noble's house, yeah, to the Baroness.
and were the waters green at the time?
No.
Mm.
They were like not this kind of green.
Yeah, they were normal water green. Like
They were normal water green. Yeah.
Okay. There are some notes in the chest, which is basically saying, the Iron Union have sent us here, and they're going to, we need to help the people by showing how weak the monarchy is. Target some nobles, and then show them how fragile their, stupid system of government is, and we'll show them through strength how we can make the nation stronger and better.
Oh yeah.
By mugging commoners.
Yeah, not all Iron Union or socialists are that fanatical, but this lot are, and that's with it. So the notes kind of back up what he was dribbling before.
So it wasn't like he was possessed or anything, then. Or at least if he was possessed, he was saying the same thing as
the notes say. Yeah.
And Rhesus, I found these 10 rubies.
Oh, eight rubies.
No, it's 10, but I also found this this ring, which is very nice. And if you're not going to keep it, I will keep it. If
I have
not against it, because you are a man of words and not.
If these belong to people, then we must return it, Darko. But why don't you hold on to it for now?
I will hold them for now, and when there is time to return the value to the people, we find a way to compensate. If you know what I mean.
Yes. Well, I mean, we deserve some payment, I think.
Yeah. Why not both? But you're right. I agree with you.
Yeah. So there is a cell of the Iron Ring, was it?
Yeah, Iron Union.
Iron Union. Iron Union. Doing the most class traitor thing I can think of, which is mugging poor people to teach the strong people that you can overthrow them. Selfish bastard.
Well, the notes clearly indicate they're going to start targeting nobles, but they just weren't doing that yet.
Yeah. The fact they did it at all, it's enough to bring my vengeance upon them. I would have, if they just said nobles, maybe Rhesus would have just gone, yeah, all right, they can handle it themselves, frankly. That's why they get the money. That's why they've got the money. They can do it. But poor people. Well, I assume this guy is dead then when I check him out. Horribly burned and melted by. That's a rather odd thing to happen, though, isn't it? A green ooze to come pouring out of your body.
Yeah, I don't want to. Is this green ooze the same color as the fluorescent green in the painting?
It sure is.
Yeah. Okay, so
we're staring at it.
In fact, if you don't look directly at the painting, you're sure it moves the same way as well.
Wow.
Maybe it's just dark and you're tired.
You know what, Rhesus? I keep the ring and you keep this painting, okay?
Of course. We must find my cousin, Croesus.
Oh, he left?
Yes. He left rather quickly. He was not simply waiting for his moment. No, his moment was to run. As we have a saying in my family, fast as Croesus. Usually it
Fine.
means that in the bill when it comes time to settle the bill, but in any other situation as well. So yeah, I'd like to. I guess we leave and track down Croesus.
Take all the stuff and the painting too. And is the painting framed? Like, can we?
Yeah, it's in a nice frame.
Okay.
It's about I don't know, 2 foot squared. So it's certainly portable.
Okay.
I'm hoofing it around, and then I look at the frame and the painting, and I take it out of the frame and roll it up.
Yeah.
And as I do so, I am sucked into the lake world within. Yes, no. I am no longer carrying a 2 foot frame. I am carrying a rolled up piece of.
All right, so it's like 1 a.m. now. Are you just going straight back to your cabin, or where are you going?
Straight to Croesus.
Let's. Okay. So we look for Croesus. Do you know where we can find him?
His mother says sends him letters to this address.
Okay, so we go there?
Yes, I think so.
All right. You're you're staying at a boarding house or something. There'll be a bunch of young people staying there. But just before you get there, there's like a merchant out the front, and there's a bunch of like brownies and pixies ranging from 6 inches to a foot sort of tall. And they're just kind of getting in and out of pouches and packs and scattering stuff around, generally being mischievous and nosy. And they're driving the merchant mad. And this is about, just out the front of where the boarding house is. Are you going to get involved or just ignore it? Or
I mean, Rios is going to just ignore it and walk in. But, he will cross his mind about how, while in all this confusion, that merchant could lose so much of his goods. Anyone walking by might help themselves to it, but that would not be Lou's way.
Yeah. We have
you could offer to make some traps that catch pixies and sell them, because crafting traps is Lou's way.
I have more important matters on my mind. My companion is, however, a trap expert and a thief. So I wonder.
I'm not a thief.
It's an explorer.
Yeah, an explorer of opportunities.
Class thief.
Yeah, but we have to look for your cousin right now. So
all right, so you're just going to ignore them. All right.
I imagine we can hear the noise of the the merchant yelling and people laughing.
People are just sucked in because they're not hurting anything. They're just opening stuff and pouring stuff on the ground. It's like toddlers.
Yeah, and we can hear it from as the door closes behind us into this flop house kind of place. We can still hear the noise coming from outside. Okay.
So we'll say there's like 4 of them. No, there'll probably be. Well, there's 8 pallets, but there's only like 4 of them there. Your cousin's there playing cards with another guy.
Yeah. I think looking a bit shaky, perhaps.
Yeah.
And I sit down next to my cousin heavily, and I say, "So you're winning that 5 crowns that you owe me?"
He's like, "I paid you back the other day. You keep forgetting these things."
Yes. Well, like you forgot to stick around when I rescued you from that green ooze not so long ago. And what were you doing down there in the first place? What would your mother think? What would my mother think?
Are you doing anything, Darko, or you just...
I just stand behind the man and look at his cards and say, You're not going to win anything with his hand.
Rough. Alrighty.
Stealing from people, hurting them. What is this, Croesus? What it is all about?
It's about money. I was going to give you the money.
Oh, the money that you already paid me. Yes, of course you were going to give me that. I slap him upside the head. Who did you take from? Why do this? You hurt people, Croesus. People have been badly injured. And there is a monster living inside of your friend. Clearly you are in over your head again.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, where do you think that thing came from?
Nah, he, you know.
Darko, back me up here, yes?
Yes.
See?
He's
You
a
can
master
trust
of
Darko.
words, the guy.
He was
Yeah,
acting a
listen
bit
to him.
weird. Darko would notice two of the people on the other pallets just quietly leave.
Okay.
Listen, Croesus, we can help you, but you have to tell us everything, you know? What does this mean? And they roll out the portrait.
Yeah.
All right, I'll tell you everything. When I was 3, I went to the woods and I didn't wipe my bum.
I slap him round his head and I say, I know, I was the one who had to tell you what to do.
You said everything. All right. What portrait?
I rolled the one that I've rolled out across the card table in front of him.
He's like, all right. I may have borrowed that and was going to sell it to give you your money. It's all about helping you, cousin.
You are a saint as always, Croesus. Now, who did you borrow it from?
The Baroness.
And was your friend with you?
Yes.
How
So-
did you do it? Because I saw that security.
Some friends-
attacked.
Yes, we got some friends to cause a diversion.
Oh.
Yeah, we had. Yeah. We pretended we were carrying out blankets and we looked like staff that worked there. And our friends caused a diversion and we just, put the portrait under some blankets and at the door.
Okay. Well done. I'm impressed. It's a hard place to get in.
If only you had stuck to it, to only striking at the rich, Croesus. You know, the wealthy can afford to be challenged, but preying upon your own people, upon the poor, is this the work of the Iron Union now?
I'm just trying to get by. I'm not fussed on sort of what's happening with the Iron Union or not. No. Just trying to keep food and find a better place and some decent food, you know.
Well, maybe if you didn't gamble it all away, you are terrible at cards. And you are in debt to so many people. You know, some men in purple robes came and asked about you.
Oh,
Callum, I think his
Yeah.
name was.
he's not very nice. He keeps.
No, does he have a green monster living inside of him?
I don't know. I didn't know the other guy did.
Well, was he nice as well? The murderer and thief. No offense, Darko.
Don't take it.
All right. So it's just all right. Here's your 5 crowns.
Take it,
Oh.
Dark. Take it, Croesus. Take it. Do not be in Phineas. I fear it is not a safe place for you anymore.
Yeah, a new leaf and going somewhere else might be good.
Yeah. I'm going to give him 1 ruby.
Oh, holy crap!
Yeah.
So
And
you got
I'm going to give him one of those rubies, and I'm just going to say, look, for for the family's sake.
He seems honestly touched. He's just sort of staring at it. He's like, "Thank you. I'll start a new life. I'll go somewhere else."
If Lou has touched one mind today, let us hope this is it. And I look at. I'd like to. I don't know. Like, I think we need to go and find out about these. This monster, the lake, the picture, kind of thing. I'm wondering if you might. Neither is a particularly good at spout lore, I don't think. But I'm wondering if you might find like a wizard or something in the morning. Like somebody who we know of in town who is.
There's plenty of druids, pretty much sages as well, or a bard.
A bard. Once you get them
bard
talking, you can never get them stop them talking. Soon it is singing, and then before you know it is poetry.
Yeah, it's a bard in the context of a druidic teacher, not a musician that shags everyone.
Yes. Just means the poetry is slower. Well then, I guess I'll leave Croesus to. I mean, I feel like we're done here. Yeah, Darko. We leave and head back to our own lodgings, and in the morning we will seek out a druid to.
Sure.
To consult.
Yeah, I was impressed by your kindness to your cousin, so I just wiped a little tear off my eye, trying not to show it to everyone. But we can move on. I would have never given him a ruby. That was really nice.
Knowledge is worth its weight in rubies, my friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you go home and rest. So we'll say you meet up mid-morning or lunchtime or something.
Yeah. Do we regain health on a rest? Is that how that works? Or
pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know how it works in how we regain hit points.
I'm not fussed. Anyway, I'm still an 18. That was more of a, understanding Dungeon World as a thing.
Yeah.
Because obviously in old school D&D, you probably had to roll like 5 different sets of dice to subtract that from a number and then multiply it by 3 to get how many hit dice you regained overnight.
Yeah. When you wake from at least a few hours of interrupted sleep, you get half your hit points back.
Okay. So, yeah, we'll both be back up to full.
Yeah, so
if we do this, we'll fill up hit points. Okay. So we meet for late breakfast or brunch?
Or just at lunch and
or lunch. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, we know a druid who runs a food truck. A food wagon.
Food wagon. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. We visit him and
we'll make it a her.
Oh yeah.
Shana. She's a grad / tree spirit. Food wagon. Okay.
Food wagon druid.
You're both. Yeah, there's fruit and vegetables and stuff, and you're both looking well. How can I help you today?
Well, I will take one of these spicy. Darko, what would you like?
I like spicy too.
2 spicy, please. 2 extra spicy. Yes.
Spicy rolls.
And some of the hot bean juice that you have. Yes, well, I was also hoping, if you have a moment, I was hoping to ask. We encountered something rather strange in the below the city. A green ooze that came from within a bandit and devoured his flesh, and then sought to devour us. And we believe it is connected to this painting. Can I roll it out. I sweep across dramatically the little table that she's got with all like the cutlery and napkins, sort of stuff, and condiments, and I just sweep it across dramatically, rolling out the parchment again. Probably now picks up some ketchup stains and stuff.
Yeah. I bite the spicy thing, and there's some sauce drops out.
Spurts out of it.
Spurts out of it on the painting, almost.
Okay.
On the table.
She's like, well, I recognise that spot. Yeah, that's the valley near one of the Baroness's forts. I don't know why the lake's that green. That's very odd.
Yeah, that is a very similar green to this creature that we faced.
Yeah, they said there are many of those sort of creatures deep in the caves below the earth.
But within people, that's I had never heard of such a thing.
I haven't, but the fact that you have, and you sure you weren't drinking or enjoying mushrooms in the woods or anything, you were focused and you knew what you saw, then that means that can exist, and there may be more of them. So
and they look around at the people around me, and they look at Darko suspiciously, and they look at her suspiciously, like it could be in any one of us. I catch my own reflection in a shiny in the back of a spoon. I look suspiciously at myself.
Some druids in green robes wander past and smile at you.
I say, this is delicious, and this spicy.
Yeah, it's good food.
So spicy, I'm red in the face. But it's really good.
Snot dribbling down your nose. Yeah.
I'm sweating. My head is sweating because of the spiciness. Okay, so do we need to check out the lake?
So you fought this thing, or you just saw it and ran away, or what happened?
We burned it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We took care of it.
But where did you burn it?
Oh, in the cellars of the building.
Oh, that's fine, yeah. As long as you don't harm nature, that's fine. I don't care what happens to these wretched buildings. So, okay.
But if this green slime is in the lake and we burn the lake, then you would take offense to that, right?
I think people would have noticed if it was like the whole lake, but if the lake needs to be cleansed, then maybe someone should go and have a look. Maybe these things are breeding there or something. Maybe they're coming up from, who knows?
Yeah.
If you did go and have a look, I would certainly make a feast for you. Make your head sweat for hours.
Oh.
That sounds like a deal. Yes. Yeah. And I pick up a bottle of Shana's hot sauce from the table, and I say, "May I take this as a down payment?"
Of course.
Cool. I'll take Shana's hot sauce, just because who knows, that might be useful.
Yeah. We burn it with hot sauce instead of fire.
Well, my thinking is that if we're not sure if someone's got a green ooze inside them, we may take a shot of hot sauce.
Oh, good. That's a good idea.
Who knows? But I suppose at the very least, we go down there, and I would be the place that he stole this from is the place in the picture, right? Yeah. So at the very least, we can go down there and return it to its rightful owners.
That's also what I was thinking. Yeah.
Bourgeoisie that they might be. I make sure that we hide away most of those rubies before we go there, though, just in case they're like, "Oh yeah, and there was some rubies stolen. Oh yeah, here's one. Yeah, that's all we found."
Okay.
Oh, so you stash some of them. That's fine.
Yeah, on our way down there, I bury like 6 of them in a.
Yeah, maybe this ring that I have also, I put it in my pockets.
Yeah, stash it. No worries. Okay. All right. So it's about 10 kilometers to the Baroness Fort. So that's 10 random encounters. No. No, that's fine. You can just go there. Now, are you going to the lake first or to the fort first? Because it's like half an hour walk up from the edge of the lake.
Well, we go down to the lake first, I think, right? It would make sense to me to, because we'd have to sort of detour past the lake to get up to the fort, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Like, so we approach the fort via the lake to see what color the water is right now.
All right. Does someone want to roll discern realities?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it, Darko?
Well, no, you.
We're equally as good at it, basically.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. Yeah.
Okay. That is a 10.
All right. 3 questions.
Yeah. What should I be on the lookout for?
You kind of already know that, though. Like people with green slimes in them.
Yeah.
Slimes.
Okay. Then what here is not what it appears to be.
I'm going to say the lake. I'm going to say that there is some, like some of the plants around the edges of the lake look like they're a bit discolored with this specks of green slime stuff. So it looks like there has been, it's not that the whole lake is green slime, but there has been some green slime activity in the lake, and you can tell by some little residue spots.
Okay. What here is useful or valuable to me? Like, is there anything around the lake that I can retrieve, like a sample of this to maybe convince someone with, or?
Okay. Yes, if you take a sample, you could take it up to the Baroness and say, look, we fought these green slimes thing. Here's some of it in the lake. Would you like us to deal with that? Possibly get a reward from her as well as from the druid lady.
Yeah.
So you kind of double dip rewards and do the same task.
The druid lady basically just says that she's going to cook us breakfast. So that's, it would be, okay. I crouch down and grab a. Well, maybe that'll have to be a thing. But so for the last question though, who's really in control here? And I suppose the way that I'm framing that is there any sign of like previous, a human like sentient element as opposed to like these oozes in the water? Like, is there like any sign that anyone else has been around here?
Well, there are definite footprints from the lake up to the fort, but it could just be people collecting water.
Okay. So there's nothing definitive, like.
No.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, that's plenty. I will try and grab a sample of. I think I will cut. We will cut off some of the the dying plants from the lake edge, and I will try and gather a sample from the ooze discard.
Okay. And you probably refill your water skins while you're there.
No.
Chicken. All right.
You drink it. No, I'll give you $5 if you drink it. No.
Okay. And you trek up to the fort and get stabbed. No. All right. The guard's like, what do you want?
We have acquired something that was stolen from the Baroness and wish to return it because we are law-abiding and honest citizens that want to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Yes, and we must speak with the Baroness, of course.
Of course, yes.
Well, that's not something we hear every day. All right, in you come. So
Oh.
they escort you in. She's talking to someone, and then someone else is waiting. So after about 15 minutes of waiting, they're chatting to a couple other people. And she's like, yes, come in.
Hand Darko the scroll of
Okay.
the painting.
So, how do we address this nobility?
So
Your
just,
Highness,
yeah, oh, my lady, I'll do.
Yeah.
my lady. I bow a little bit and do this awkwardly because I don't know how to do it. And
So she's a fairy. She's about 3 foot tall.
okay.
And she's just sort of hovering in the air.
Oh,
Okay.
wow. Okay, so hello, my lady. Me and my companion here have found something that was stolen from you a while ago. It is a painting. As I say this, I unroll the scroll and show it to her.
Okay.
We believe that this belongs to you and wish to return it.
All right. She sort of waves the servant over, and a servant comes in and have a look. Yep. Yes. This was part of a series. Was there other paintings there?
No, just this one. Have you
Okay.
noticed that it was stolen?
Yes. Yes.
Did you notice there was this? Have they perhaps tampered with the painting because the work is so brilliant and yet the color of the water is completely off?
And she sort of looks at it. And, yeah, you're right.
Was it not always like this?
No.
You said that this was part of a series and they are all missing.
All right. Two of the guards say, you'll be missing soon, and they go to attack you.
I'm going to quickly jump in front of them with swinging my shield out from behind my back to try and steady myself and, basically brace them while the others can react. Defying danger with enduring physically.
Or are you defending?
Well, I think it's less about defending and more about just like, ultimately, I suppose I am saying to defend, but more in the sense of like, I will just weather their blows while, like, if you want to make it as a defend, or I guess it could be stand in defense of a person, item, or location. I suppose I'm defending this area around us, right?
Yeah. All right. So roll plus con.
That is a 9, I think. Yes, a 9. So I hold 1.
Okay. So they're trying to bash you. Yeah, you two basically.
Yeah. I will redirect an attack from the thing I defend to myself. So all attacks, I guess, are redirected towards me with my shield.
Okay. Let's see. 6. Yeah. No, that didn't work. Come here, bloody dice. 2. Wow. 2 points of damage from
completely absorbed by my shield and my chainmail.
Yeah, half your luck. All right, so they're going to do. They're just trying to smack you down. Yeah, so you notice a bit of the eyes have gone green, and there's a bit of green slime coming out of their ear. Darko, what are you doing?
Is the Baroness surprised by this?
She's just kind of hovered back a bit, and she's kind of just watching and see what's going on. It's like she's getting a spell or something ready, but she's kind of just more watching at the minute.
Is there something in the room that can be burned, like
oh, there's
like torches on sconces?
There's
torch on.
It's kind of like a throne room. So there's curtains, there's cushions, there's couches, there's torches.
Yeah.
There's a huge candelabra chandelier above us. If anyone
No,
wanted
not
to,
so much candelabra, but there's
that's the same.
iron candelabras sort of on the sides.
Okay, so yeah, maybe I can grab a torch and just like a stumble aside and grab a torch.
An oil lantern, perhaps.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe an oil lantern. Yeah.
Either one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you think one of them, spills oil that then sets on fire.
yeah. If there is an oil lantern, I would grab one. Yeah.
Yep.
And
are you trying to sort of hold them back, or are you trying to actually smack it into them to set them on fire?
Yeah, I want to just throw it on between them so that they're.
That's volley. Roll dex.
If the oil splashes on them, maybe burns them.
Disco Inferno time.
Yeah. And I rolled 10. Yeah. No, sorry. 7, 8. The one die took longer to change. Yeah.
So you can put yourself in danger, so you get burnt as well.
Okay. Oh, you have the.
Yeah, so you could get burnt. The Baroness could get burnt, so you're in danger because she's pissed off with you. Oh.
Yeah, I'll take this maybe possibility so that I get burned and.
Okay.
So
we just
maybe
roll
don't
this
throw
damage.
it from afar, but run.
5 points of damage.
Okay.
Hurting.
That's not.
But they're not happy either.
Okay.
And I will take advantage of that surprise to smash it with my hammer.
All right.
Hack and slash plus strength.
Some other servants are going for wine bottles, and they're trying to uncork them to spray it on the fire.
That is an 8 ideal damage to the enemy. The enemy makes an attack against me. So I will roll my damage. A total of 3 stonking points.
Yeah. So you would probably take 3 points of fire damage because there's a fair bit of fire. So I think that's what you would actually be hurt by in this case.
Yeah.
Okay. So one of them are down because they only had 1 hit point left after that.
Yeah, I crash into him, bodily tackling him to the floor, and the fire eating up at me, and I smack my hammer down, and then spring off, batting away at the flames.
Yeah, and the kind of empty shell of a person is on fire because there's mostly just green slime burning in there.
I'm imagining it bubbling out of him,
Yeah, well, this really disgusting smell coming off the burning acid. There's no way the other one's going to get out of there in like a minute. So he's, the fire's been sprayed by the wine. The fire's, the other guard is on fire and it's noise as it burns. The Baroness is like, oh, such good. It was so entertaining. That livened up the day, didn't it? So, yeah. Anyway, you were saying there's some green stuff on the pension?
Yes. There is. Yes. That kind of green stuff. And there is some of it in the lake as well. And I hold up the sample, which as I look down at the guards now, I'm like, that's probably better evidence than anything I could possibly have gathered. It is poisoning your valley and infiltrating your staff and the people of Phineas.
So she points at you. Is this true?
Yes, it's absolutely true. I say this while I'm still putting out the fire on my clothes.
You look down at the still writhing and screaming ooze monster zombie thing, and you're like, "Is this true?" Yeah.
She's got twirling a baton in her fingers, and she's, can you get me a new lake?
No, I could perhaps.
You're fired.
I know. If you wish to dam the lake and create some sort of filtration system. I know many clever people within the who are in need of good work down in the town.
Will it take a long time? I get bored.
It will take quite a while, yes.
Oh.
Do you have access to any? We would certainly be willing to help you clear the lake, but we could perhaps do with some of the resources of a woman such as yourself.
I'm not that sort of baroness, sir.
Well, I assumed you were all baronesses had access to large amounts of either money or weaponry.
You need weapons?
Well, we need something that can burn the
money.
lake. They do not like the fire, and my understanding is that oil is float to the top of water, and so if we
Oil
would
I can
just
get you. And
Yeah.
she'll just click her fingers and some servants will come and bring you like 4 44-gallon barrels of oil.
Yes, well, we have to be careful not to put so much oil in the lake that it destroys the entire ecosystem, but just enough that it covers the whole surface in a fire that will burn off eventually. You know, I do not want Sean to poison our burritos.
Yeah, well, we don't want to poison the lake. I want some scampi.
Yes. Well, you know, nature finds a way.
All right. So you just need oil. That's it.
Oil and some of your people to help carry it down, and perhaps, you know, if we could return and talk about how your grace would like to compensate us for this, for helping you save your lake and bringing your attention to this dire threat from within, and the great entertainment we have just provided.
I think 10 crowns each, and you get to keep your heads to show my benevolence.
5 crowns each. We get to keep our heads, and you make a charitable and very publicly friendly donation to the poorhouse of Phineas.
Everybody wins.
Yes.
I can see why you keep him around. He's clever.
You can have my 5 crowns, Darko. It is no problem.
No, I'm touched by this idea to help the poor. I don't want to admit it, but it's getting to me. Yeah.
He's infected just like the green slime.
I have never felt like this before. What's happening? Helping the poor.
You look off into the far distance. No, it's fine. You keep the money. And we see you drop your 5 crowns into the poor box at the end of the episode. Cool. Yeah, that's the plan, I guess. We roll the barrels down to the lake and burn it out.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you get some of the helpers around the fort and some of the townsfolk to help.
Yeah, I ask everybody to take a shot of hot sauce beforehand.
So how are you going to get the green slimes out of the lake? Are you going to use someone as like a guinea pig or a bait or something? Or
no, my plan is to simply float,
Cover the lake with oil.
cover the lake, basically like oil separates right on water, right? We tip it into the lake. Eventually, we'll cover the lake because as we pour more in, it will just displace and spread across in a big spill, right? And perhaps we need to go at different points around the lake, like pour in the barrels, and then simply throw a flaming torch into it. And if there are any oozes in there, hopefully, by burning across the entire surface of the water, we would either draw them out or destroy them entirely.
Yeah.
It's like a controlled burn for a forest fire, but with water and oozes.
sounds like defy danger wisdom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oof. 3, 5.
Can I help?
That can only possibly give me a +1 though.
Yeah, that's not helpful.
But you got townsfolk helping you and stuff, so
But I
that's
get
fine.
yeah, that would be a 7 then if you aid with that, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, let's roll to see. Otherwise, maybe we have to take a boat out across the lake to get it in the middle.
Okay, so I will roll to aid. And that's 5.
Okay, so we have failed a lot here.
So we are back to failing like in the beginning of the session.
Yeah. Well, perhaps we have, the lake is big enough that the only way to make sure the middle gets it is that we take a raft across. And
Yeah.
Nothing bad can happen with us going onto the lake filled with Uzman. None of us have seen or read the Stephen King story, The Raft.
So,
what could go wrong? Hold my hot sauce. I will.
So the raft are on caught fire. You can try and put it out, or just dump it in the water.
Darko, what do you do?
I don't know. I just try to. I'm panicking. I try to put some water on it from the lake to put out the fire.
Okay, so defy danger Dex.
Okay. And that's 7. Yeah.
Okay, you can. You can be on the burning raft still, but you fail to put it out, or you can put out the fire, but you fall in the water.
I think I will take the second option. I put out the raft and fall in the water.
Okay.
To see what's happened.
Okay.
So while I'm taking the water with my hands and trying to put it out.
Yep. So you are underwater for a second. You saw a big green blobby shape go up to the raft. Rhizis, you see a not at all shark-like big green blob go to the edge of the raft.
Well, I think as I'm like paddling back to the shore, with the fire raging around us on the lake, and you can see that the peasants and the townsfolk off in the distance have seen the fire from our raft and taken it as a signal to start their own fire. So the whole lake is now, like a big circle of flame radiating out across. And I'm paddling, and I hear a splash. Where's Darko gone? And then green.
Yep.
And these aren't undead, are they, by any stretch of the imagination?
No.
No, it's a shame. I whack it with my hammer, trying to knock it off the boat.
Okay.
That is a 7. Deal down. Well, we trade any attack damage, but if a hammer can't hurt it, then I suppose a hammer can't hurt it.
Oh no, you can hurt it. It's just not as good as fire.
Yeah, but I'm hoping to knock it into the. Oh, I get 6 on that damage dice finally.
All right, pants or shirt?
Shirt.
All right, so pseudopod leeches out and your shirt's just falling off you.
Okay. I'm in like battle damaged chainmail now, and the like Spider-Man style armor. After he's been in the battle damaged Spidey with the mask half torn and the Spider-Man symbol cut across the chest.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think I bat it, and it sort of flops into the lake and then rolls back up onto the raft or whatever. Like,
how much damage did you do?
6.
Oh crap, that's nice. All right, so that would have been enough to stop it, and it's going down. Let's get some randomness going here. Reroll.
It's time for the wild magic table.
Okay, it's squidging through the water towards Darko. Darko, what are you doing?
Do I see that it's damaged? It's burnt.
Yes.
Okay.
It's not as nimble as it was.
I'm imagining your head breaks the water, and then like you see me, and then you see that green blob get knocked off the raft, like sailing towards you.
Towards
Yeah.
me,
Yeah.
Okay, and I put my head under the water again immediately. Try to dodge it in a way, but if it, I try to get away from it. At
Yeah,
first.
so it'll be Defy Danger Dex then.
Defy Danger Dex. Okay.
I'd say it's chasing you.
Yeah. Rolled 5.
A 5.
Yeah.
All right.
That's not good.
Oh, you guys have healed up anyway, so that's right. I can dish out a bit. All right, so 3 points as it sort of burns your leg and your boot as a sort of pseudopod raked across the back of your leg as you're trying to swim away. That does mean you're bleeding and the lake is full of sharks. No, it doesn't need to be.
Or leeches.
No. I think any animals will be well away from all this fire.
Yeah.
Rhyssus, what are you doing?
Paddling the boat to the raft towards Darko.
You circle of fire? Oh, towards Darko. Okay.
Yeah, I can't leave him behind. You know.
All right, that's fine. You're approaching him. You could get off like a spell or missile fire if you want, or you can just keep.
I have nothing that can do that. I am basically putting myself in a position that Darko can escape onto here. You know.
Yep. All right. Darko, you can get on the raft, but the slime's going to have a free shot at you, or you could try and just maneuver around the raft sort of thing.
Swim underneath it.
Yeah.
I'll try that. Maybe move if if the oil is burning around us. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit further out, but
it's further out. Okay. So I cannot move closer to the fire, so that maybe
we can say the end of the raft can have a few little bits of sticks if you want to grab a stick with a bit of a fire on it.
Yeah, okay, but is this slime? Is it on the surface of the water or is it diving down?
Well, it's on the surface coming for you. It's sort of a third above the water and 2/3 below.
Okay, I try to grab maybe this burning part of the wood from the raft and try to just, if I imagine it's just like some kind of a smaller
big blob. Yep.
Yeah, but the burning part is not so big, and I try to.
No, it's just like a torch basically. You can just reef that off and try and stab it if you want.
Use it like for stabbing. Yeah, I try to stab the burning part inside the.
All right. Morahak and slash.
Yeah. And that's strength. Okay.
Or are you going to chuck it?
Okay, I rolled a double 6.
Yeah, either way.
Yeah.
All right, kind of goes down like a pop balloon or something. It burns the top part, and the rest of it sort of sinks into the lake.
You
Okay.
sticking out the oar to try and get you back in again.
Yeah. I get up. All
right, so back on top of the lake, on top of the raft, I should say. Okay, we've done all that bit. All right, you obviously wait for the fires to go out, and you head back in.
Yeah. Well, I'm imagining that we're still trying to race ahead of the last bit of shoreline, right? To get ahead of the fire, because we want the whole surface of the lake to be on fire. So it'd be a very bad idea to be on a boat in the middle of that.
All right. If one of you wants to roll Defy Danger Dex to madly paddle
Darko, I'm exhausted. You've been lazing around in the water. You row back.
Yeah, I just had a nice swim. I will do it. Don't worry, my friend.
You can go con if you want. Say you're tired, so it's physically exhausting for you.
No, I will use dexterity.
Yeah, I would have used con, but you're better than So
I'm not tired, but I just want to try to maneuver inside this opening place so that we can get to the shore. So I rolled. Now it's a double one. It's snake eyes. +1, so a 3.
Okay.
Yeah. Wrong way.
So the raft just towards the thing that's already on fire. You can either try and paddle quicker and jump through the fire, or just jump off the raft.
We're not going to make it. Let's just jump. Let's just try to jump and
swim for it.
Yeah, maybe swim under the fire to get to the shore.
Yeah, let's swim for it then.
Yeah. Okay. That would be defy danger. Maybe with strength.
No, that's fine. I'll just say you can dive off. You swim under the water.
Okay.
You can come up on the shore, make sure there's no sort of fire on you.
Yeah, cough up the water that we swallowed from the lake, though.
Yeah.
With a bit of green blobs inside it.
Okay. So you managed to come up, and the townspeople are like, "Hey, we've set fire to the lake. Why are we doing this again?"
Did you not see the burning green blobs come out of the water, or other than the one that we fought?
Okay. All right. Cool. Yep. All right. Well. So they all sort of stand around watching the fires for a bit. All right.
The people of Phineas are very hard to shock to action or reaction.
Yeah.
But at least we will get some sort of payment from this. The people will benefit. And of course, the lake will not be turned into a green mass of oozes that clearly are not just mindless creatures, because they infiltrated the Guard and the Iron Union. And oh my God, the whole city could fall to them at any moment.
Yeah. How much more of it is there left?
I guess we have to be happy in the knowledge that we have cleansed all we could, but be ever vigilant against more.
We instruct the guards what they should do if they encounter another.
Yeah, I have a feeling we try to, but given their previous reactions, they're just like,
"Oh no,
you sure you're not just on shrooms?"
Well, the new guards, because the previous ones were infected and attacked you, but the newer guards that are helping with this stuff, they're quite attentive and they listen and thank you for your help.
Don't mention the Iron Union to anybody though, because I don't want them to start rooting out the socialist threat from within the country, within the city. Just the green blobs that could be everywhere.
Yeah.
Okay. So you go back up to the Baroness's. She gives you your 5 crowns each.
Mm-hmm. And don't forget money for the poor.
Oh yes, she'll. So you have an honest face. I will trust you to distribute that, and she gives it to you, Darko.
No, don't give it to me. Give it to him.
No, Darko, I trust you completely. You hold on to it, Baroness. A final gift, and I pass a bottle of Shana's hot sauce to her, and I say, "Please, you must try it. It is a toast."
Okay. Oh, it's very tingly.
Yes, and I watch to see if any green ooze comes bubbling out, and I go,
"Nah."
"Yes, it is all yours. I recommend it with the sausage and egg."
Oh, that's excellent. And they have a sort of a mini mid-afternoon sort of feast to thank you and thank the guards and the people from the town that helped.
I carefully watch everybody who has hot sauce on the thing to see if there's any more green oozes staying in there within there. That'll be forever my test everywhere we go.
Not in the fort. It seems to be pretty clear of that stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we're going back, I say that this money, we could use it to pay for food for the needy. Perhaps with Shana, we could buy weeks and weeks of food. But to make sure it reaches the most people and does the most good, it will have to be like the same food, all the spicy, I guess.
Oh,
So lots
really
and lots
good.
of people in the city will be eating the spicy and the hot sauce. And going off my pet theory that the hot sauce will force the green ooze out. Yeah. So
Yeah.
2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We use.
So you're discussing this as you're heading back to the village.
Yeah.
You didn't borrow anything from the Baroness's fort?
No, I didn't.
No. Cool.
Yeah, I forgot.
You were overwhelmed with the your heart choking up.
With the situation. But I remembered some possible entry points for future reference.
Yep. And his cousin said that they don't really check their servants and stuff much, so that's always a way in as well.
Yeah.
Okay, you get back to town. You see Shana. Yeah, she says, you want your big meal today, tomorrow, end of the week? What's good for you two?
I slap her on the shoulder and I nod. I ask Darko for the money. And I say, Shan, I know that you charge a fair price, but there are so many in Phineas who cannot afford even this cost. Perhaps we can, this big feast, we will have a grand opening of, let us say, loose lunches. And all those who wish to learn can do so on a full stomach for as long as this money will pay for their sustenance.
So you're going to do like a week of lunchtime learning seminar stuff?
Yeah, as long as the money holds out. Again, all of the spicy though.
She likes this idea. This sounds like a nice thing to do, and
I warn her of the ecological threat of these green oozes.
Yeah. Makes sense. All right. Before we sort of wrap things up, Darko, is there anything you wanted to
do? Well, I'm not sure. I'm just like I'm helping. I'm seeing Darko as being changed by the influence of his friend.
Okay.
So I just help with the food and with distributing the food and maybe.
Yeah, you feel good about yourself. You help the community and stuff.
Yeah. Because this threat is bigger than me wanting to steal something.
And you did get a big bunch of bloody expensive rubies. It's not like you didn't get nothing out of it.
Sure. So there is enough. That's enough for me for now.
That's cool. All right, let's go to end of session. Did we learn something? Yeah, there's like green slimes that possess people and shit.
Yeah.
Did we overcome a notable monster? I think so.
Yeah.
Did we loot memorable treasure?
The
rubies, the painting, the goblin dagger.
Yeah, the before I forget, where the hell is that? The goblin dagger is basically double damage against large. Anything bigger than a human, it does double damage.
Okay.
Nice.
And the ring detects undead 60-foot radius.
Oh.
Nice. How much XP do we get from all that?
Right, 73. Yeah, 3 each plus any failures, which there were a few.
Yeah, I only
Oh,
remember to note down 4 of them, but I swear I got more than 4 failures.
yeah, I forgot to note them down, but I think I got also maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, so
I
yeah,
think
you
it's
both
true.
would have leveled then. Both would have gone up
Yeah.
to second level.
Hmm.
Okay. Oh yeah, so it's like a full tally. So we would have got 3 from that, I guess, would we? Was it?
Yeah, yep.
3.
4
I
from
see.
failures.
So it's like you keep, rather than like the usual Mark 5 wipe it away, it's like experience points in D&D, right?
Yeah.
Like you acquire a total, and that total takes you for
No, I think
different
it's just
tiers.
7 each level. Or is
It's level plus your level plus 7 XP.
Yeah,
So you got to reach 9 to reach level 3. You got to reach
yeah.
10 to get level 4. I'm just commenting on how it's like,
So I'm sorry,
it's
how
doing the
much,
D&D thing.
Yeah.
how much
So
do
it
we
was
get?
3 points in Adventure Other.
Okay,
Yeah, so you
Which
both would
then-
have leveled up anyway.
Yeah.
That's right.
okay. So we are level 2 right now, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
yep.
Okay. Great.
Yeah, you got through a lot. I forgot how quickly you go through things in Dungeon World compared to. And you
Well,
kind
'cause
of jump to the end of the adventure, and then I had to retrofit the middle and make that something else. And it's like, but that's cool. It's just okay. Didn't expect you to
Yeah.
get into the thugs lair right at the start, but all right, let's roll with this.
Hey, I mean, you say stop the thugs. Let's go straight to the source. That's one of
Yeah.
Lou's many lessons that he's taught Darko, apparently.
Yeah, that was the part when we rolled well, when we were following the thugs.
Mm.
Yeah, like if you go hit by the acid a second time in the same spot, that limb is gone. Basically, it's mangled and useless. So because when you do hack and slash and choose 7 and 9 and they get an attack, they don't have to roll damage. They can do a move on you instead. And some of those moves are you lose a limb or you're captured or whatever. Some of the moves are pretty rough. So yeah, you've got to be careful with Dungeon World.
I was
But on the
hoping
other
to do
hand,
the roll the black gates if it came to that, because I've always liked the look of that move.
yeah, I try not to just dish out damage each time because it's boring. It's like for a story game, there's better options, sort of shit. But
you know what? I'm happy to say my chainmail got destroyed in that.
well, the amount of acid you guys sort of fought.
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I'll do that. I no longer have chainmail.
Yeah, you can certainly afford to replace it. The amount of cash you guys got.
Wow. Next, if we do another session with the same character, I'm curious because I'm like, the cleric's not quite as like in D&D at this level, a cleric is basically a fighter, right? Like you attack once and whatever, right? But in that damage dice really does change how effective you are in actually just fighting, right?
Yeah. Well, I can certainly throw some more undead in next time, so you can do some of your other shit.
Yeah, no, I mean, more one of those things is like when you haven't played a system before, you don't know how the playbooks will actually work, right?
Yeah. That's cool, Lars.
I think I'm going to take the first aid so that Cure Light Wounds is rope for me, so I can always use another spell and still heal up if anyone gets like a limb melted off by acid or something,
All right.
Okay.
Do you have any feedback, good, bad, anything, Daniel?
It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was very fast and.
Well, there's only 2 players, so you get a lot done because there's much less debate about no analysis paralysis crap. It's just A or B or both.
Yeah, and it was very dynamic. It was very good. I really liked it. It was really fast paced, and I like how my character was fitted in it, and it was really good. My English is a little rusty at the beginning because it's not my native
Yeah, you're doing fine.
But it takes some time for me to get it rolling, and then it's okay. But it was really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was good, man. It was good to play Dungeon World, a game I've always been curious about. 'Cause I played a fair bit of D&D 5e, but never Dungeon World, and loads of different PBTA games, but never Dungeon World. And I enjoyed that this is the second, in both games that we played together, Daniel. It's your thief being taught morality by
yes, exactly.
adventure. Yeah.
Maybe I should do something else next time. But but this is it's a different kind of character than the one I played in. I see him differently.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely feels like a different character. Like it just made me laugh when I thought about it. Because that's how you left, wasn't it? In the last one was going off to pursue a better life than being a thief.
That one was more serious, and this was more like whimsical, and the whole feeling of the.
So Blake, I might. We got like 4 sessions of this, I think, in the calendar. Yeah. I might, choose a different character at some point. That'd be fine, right? Like,
yeah. Cool.
Just to see what another playbook is like.
That's cool. You can
just
have
feel
him in town, and then if you want to swap out again later, then you can, or whatever.
Yeah, because like if I was a fighter, I'd just have been like, right, fucking have it, like that would have been the solve to all the problems among the bodies.
Question: do I have to choose my advanced move now, or can I?
No, you can have a think about it.
Yeah, I'll think about it maybe, because I will continue with this character, at least for the second session. I want to see how advancement works.
Cool. Okay.
And I like my character.
Yeah.
All right, I'll end the broadcast.